This is one of those strange things about this championship. The fact that the organizers, for the last 6 editions and no different in 2025, insist on having all players tee off in a single session off split tees. Now what that does when you've got a 140 player field is inevitably you're going to run into groups who are teeing off on the other side of the golf course. So you take this week in Cheongna. Just out of the right rough at the 10th is Hyun Kyung. Again, coming from that rough really limits your options to try and get close to that left-hand hole location. Now Hyun Kyung, a couple of moments ago, from the right edge of the green, got to keep it high on this slope as it rides its way down towards the hole. Should be moving left. Club for the Height Jinro Championship, one of the majors on the KLPGA Tour. He's a two-time winner of the KLPGA Championship. And that's a mistake, coming up short-sided in that bunker. Rough day, getting even rougher for the player known as Q-Tip. Hyun Kyung, who has had her struggles today, 4 over par, and she plays the tee shot into 14. Well, that's more like it. She's going to need that and a couple more. LPGA Tour week will start off with an even par round. Hyun Kyung will do well to get back to even par. This would help. It's a birdie putt on 14. Just in on the high side. Nicely read and well holed for Park Hyun Kyung. Fighting hard in this opening round. From one part to another, this is Hyun Kyung on 15. A flatter ball fight. She's got to land this just in the upslope, a couple paces short of the pin, have it skip up and grab. Yeah, nicely played. Just start to get her round back under control a little bit. Park Hyun Kyung. Stay up, stay up. Ooh, sense that when that came off the putter face, she perhaps knew it wasn't quite hit with enough conviction. Hyun Kyung, maybe a little frustrated to I've walked off the 15th green with a birdie. How brave does she want to be into this pin on 16? It looks like it's on a fairly aggressive line, and that's nicely played from Park Hyun Kyung. Hyun Kyung, after that stellar tee shot at the 16th, can she convert? Now she can this time. Very good too at the par 3. Takes Park Hyun Kyung back to it's 2 over par. Our leaderboard. I always felt the 17th hole it could be a little bit more interesting if it was reachable, but Pretty much everyone this 140 lady field is going to have to lay up. No one's getting home in two at 524 meters. So little trouble left of this fairway, but it takes an awful shot to find that penalty area. Last couple of years, EA1. Up to Hyun Kyung, just trying to lay it up to a nice number at this par 5. Some pretty thick rough for Lydia. Hyun Kyung for her third shot still has a hybrid in hand. Uphill into the wind. Pins cut on that right hand side. And I think that just stayed out of the bunker for Park. Now the simplest, you have to say, of the up and downs is what faces Park Hyun Kyung, who's just off the edge of the green in the tufty rough. A little bold with that one. But she's a good putter. Perennially ranks inside the top 10 each season on the KLPGA Tour's putting statistics. Back to Hyun Kyung for a par on 17. Should just be an outside left edge putt for Park. Okay, slides that in the side door. That's a good up and down. Just preserves the momentum she's worked hard to build over the last couple of holes. Gotta find the fairway on 18. It slopes a little from left to right. That's gonna cause some problems. And that second shot will certainly limit her options. Got to be thinking about where she wants to leave this for her third. You don't want to be in that bunker short. Long's okay. That could be a bit of a trick. This one's going to come out a little knuckling for Hyun Kyung, so she's going to have to land it short of the upslope. It's always going to be a little tricky from that spot. Hate to end her day with a bogey after battling back so nicely the second half of the back nine. Oh, that's cruel and unusual punishment for Park Hyun Kyung. It will end her day on a bit of a sour note with a bogey and a 75. Back on the tee, EA1. 9 professional victories since turning professional in 2021. Topped the points list and money list in each of the last 2 seasons. Has not missed a cut this year. Picture of consistency, but hasn't won since the match play in May. year one. Sounding strike on that. Pretty good distance control as well. Just skip good as Hyun Kyung. And some middle of the pack finishes for EA1 has now left her in fourth on the list that she topped so dominantly through the first half of the year. Still a lot of money and points up for grabs in the closing stages of this season. And that's really been a microcosm of how she's played over the last couple of weeks. It's nothing disastrous. She hasn't missed a cut all year. She just hasn't been giving herself better opportunities, better looks at birdies, better chances to put a run together on Championship Sunday. Endless action up ahead. Here it is, EA1 with a birdie putt. Try and get herself back to even par. Just going to fall off low. Such a hard putt from past the pin there at the par 5. Kidney-shaped green, so you see a lot of players putting out from where EA1 is. That middle segment. Gentle right to left breaker. Another player that's lucky that one hit the flagstick. Rookie of the year in her first season. Player of the year in his tour. Not bad considering the fact she only turned pro about 2.5 years ago, to her old teammate on Team Korea, Youmin, who's had a struggle today. That's a very handy birdie coming at the par 5 15 for her first of the day. And just creeps her back to 4 over the card. Technique, great execution, almost a great 2. It doesn't have to be quite as flashy from over the back of 18. Hwang Youmin could just play a little chop and run, funnel it down the slope, but she's gone for the big flopperoo as well. I just don't think that was the shot. The lie didn't look particularly poor. It just felt like a very unnecessary shot to play. That's just something that Youmin will learn as she makes her way in the game of professional. Hwang Youmin, best finish this year, runner-up at the Doosan match play, lost in the finals to EA1, did come third at the Korea Women's Open. But much like Go Ji-yu, it's going to be a struggle to start the week in Cheongna. That's a 77 for the 2-time tour winner.